Saucy Productions.
Hey everyone, for those that are new, welcome to the channel, and for those that are returning, thank you for coming back. So today I wanted to discuss a topic that seemed to be getting a little bit of a heated debate. So I made a Facebook poll, about the Pathfinder achievement. Mainly how it's achieved currently with the rep grind versus how people felt about it, and maybe how could it be improved. And the solution that people picked out actually surprised me. In terms of how they felt about it, through the rep grind, it was kind of what I was expecting. Most people thought it was overwhelming, having to grind out so many of the reps for Pathfinder Part 1 and then having to do it again at Pathfinder Part 2. But let me go over the results with you. So a little under a third of the players said that the current Pathfinder system was fine. That anyone that did not like it was generally lazy. Some of them chose to change the rep just a little bit lower, but most, just said everyone that didn't like it was lazy. There were about 10% of the votes saying that you should be able to purchase it with gold. And the reason it was a little over 10% was because there was two options of 500,000 to a million range and 50K to 100K range. Now, obviously throughout that, I realized that maybe 1 million is way too much gold. Even 500,000 is too much gold for most of the people that play casually. And that's obviously where Blizzard is headed with this. They want to appeal more to the casual player. So that's why I thought the Pathfinder was a little unfriendly at the moment. But let me get into why I guess that I chose the gold. Right now at the 15-year anniversary and a contract on the Rust Bolt dailies, I did about 1,645 rep. That's with their contract up, mind you. So that would mean that it would take me 16 and a half weeks to finish Pathfinder after I do their entire quest line. Now, that's not bad. Obviously, the dailies only take about 35 minutes to finish, which would be great, except for the fact that most days, and I think this is actually the case for a lot of people, they don't get to play every single day. So for example, there was a person that said they play 8 hours a day. It's mainly on Saturdays. Monday through Friday they traveled, and it took them 4.5 months to finish the Pathfinder. Meaning, so if you don't have 1 hour every day to log in to do it, it's really an unfriendly system. Now, I actually agree with them. I think that's too much rep grinding. I was exalted with all the 5 of the other ones before Pathfinder Part 2 came out, and to think that, you're sitting there grinding through 8.0 and 8.1, trying to get your neck up and this and that Pathfinder Part 2, for them to release these new zones and, want you to basically grind those out again before you can get flying, I think is too much. So the gold making essentially for Pathfinder, the reason I said that is because, with the current one, you only have the dailies, like I said, but with gold making, you could go, do old world raids, you could do dungeons, you could do your mythic plus, you could even PvP. I know that it's not much gold, but the 200 gold you're getting from each arena win, is something. And arenas don't take, well, sometimes they don't take too long, So it gives you way more options in terms of like how you want to play the game, and makes it less about just, grinding the same dailies every day for 16 and a half days. That's I think a little excessive. Now, granted, I do want to give Blizzard, credit where credit is due. Their quests have improved dramatically. I think the new Mechagon quest when you're on your Nitbit bot is super cool. I think the jetpack is super cool. Obviously, I like flying. I think the allied the allies from Nazjatar are pretty cool as well. Each one has their own quests. They have their own ability. You know, I really like what they did. It's a lot better than the 8 brown bears and 6 red boars that you got to kill. You know, in BC and vanilla, and they were a pain in the ass to find too. That sucked. But yeah, that's what I thought. The last thing on the poll was actually the majority of what people thought. And that was, we've already earned flying 10 times, just let us fly. And I was actually really surprised that most people voted that, because I figured, you know, a new expansion, there definitely should be some time that you're spending, you know, not flying so you can enjoy the zone and everything like that. I just thought to release, you know, 8.2, the additional grind was too much. Now, I guess there could be a compromise between the two, you know, doing Pathfinder Part 1 and then Pathfinder Part 2, then you purchase your you're flying for, you know, 50K or whatever it is. And I think that would be a reasonable compromise, but, you know, I guess a lot of other people disagreed. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know, you know, if you think Blizzard did right with Pathfinder Part 1 and 2, if you think gold would be the thing, or the way to go, or if they should just give it to us all together. And yeah, Blizzard, if you happen to see it, please check out the comments. Let's see what everybody's thinking. Take care, guys. See you next time.